Welcome back, Speedgaming fans. I am WXFan21, joined by the legend that is Eddie. Eddie, welcome.
Thanks, WX. Yeah, excited to join you on the comms here. Sloaters versus derp. This is a great one. I only kind of caught like the second half of the first match. But yeah, really excited. This is going to be a good one no matter what. So
It's
pumped.
all right. That first game was super linear.
Mm-hmm.
It was so linear. All right, we're going to move this over to our race layout. And the racers are at almost about 10 minutes in here at race time. So, Eddie, game number 2. I kind of want a little bit of craziness here. I don't know about you.
Okay, what kind of craziest do you want? Give it to me. What do you want?
Anything but the linear that we saw in the last game. Just give me one piece of route divergence. That's all I'm looking for.
So I think one of the things is, correct me if I'm wrong, but they finished that without gravity, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, I think one of the problems is, okay, so obviously if you're racing it, it's nice. And, you know, if you're doing the seat, it's nice. But if you get that varia really early, it does tend to make that seat a little bit more linear because you have to sometimes, when you don't have that varia, you have to tend to like balance like, okay, do I commit to these hell runs in Bell Mountain? Or do I not? And then, you know, that changes based off of your E-tanks and whatnot, right? But once you get the varia, you kind of just like, you just kind of do everything until you find what you need to beat the game. And I think that's kind of why, one of the reasons why it probably was a little bit linear. But yeah, I mean, hopefully we don't get that this game.
Yeah. So here we go, just pretty standard so far. Just making our way over. What item do you want to see for our non-morph ball item?
For our non-morph ball item, let's see.
We had an early speed last game.
Ooh. You know, I was going to say speed. Okay, but if not speed, I want to see... Let's see a screw attack. That's what
Oh, that'd be fun. Yeah, we had an early speed booster at Terminator last race.
Yeah, okay. So the early speed... Okay, but it was at Terminator. I see, okay. Because that makes it interesting because it actually like starts opening stuff up and you might not find like bombs or power bombs. That's kind of one of the reasons I want to see it. Same idea for Screw. That's be kind of cool if they didn't really find any like bombs or power bombs and they had to just go through with that to break stuff. But yeah, we'll see. What about you? What do you want? What do you want to see here as like first item?
Well, I was gonna say plasma last race, and then it was plasma. I went with speed. Okay. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing like an energy tank, just to kind of open things up and to really keep us guessing.
Okay. That's fair. Can't go wrong with the energy tank. What I will say is for the other minor item, I want to see a power bomb here, and I don't want to see them getting supers because then I want to see them have to make some serious decisions.
Yeah. Oh, there's the energy tank. Ugh. Vanilla morph, vanilla missile, vanilla energy.
Oh no! Don't do it.
Is this even randomized?
Oh my goodness!
Well, there's the super you didn't want.
Okay, well, see, that super means it's actually randomized, so... Alright, well, okay, so the super, if you're a racer, this is really comfy, right? Okay, well, it's not, like, comfy because you have to isolate this portal, but it's like, you know, like, you're not making any mistakes at this stage of the game. So, as of right now, they can only go to the right side of criteria. Obviously, they are going to check a BT along the way. But there's not really much to do. It's pretty linear so far, as you said. Don't want to see that, but it's linear right now.
Yeah, I mean, the interesting things is we don't have the early power bombs. That's the more interesting thing. So typically, if we do get the power bombs, we're going to that meme route check. But this is going to create some interesting decisions if power bombs are not coming for quite some time.
Yes. I mean, in some ways, it can create decisions because things start being bad. But also in the same way, it can just become like extremely like, well, I'm just only going this way, right? So in that sense, it could be like not very interesting, but kind of depending on when they pop up, then it can start getting tricky, especially because you're kind of used to having the power bombs early. So if you get it at like a kind of like a weird time, then it starts getting like weird. It really kind of tests your ability to think like, what do I have to do here? But just another thing.
Double energy. That's even more interesting. So we have no other routes at this point other than we need to go right side criteria.
Yep. So not much to do here other than just go in that direction.
Really weird.
Yeah. So one little choice that you can make here is if you want to save at the ship. There are portals, like you can get like the West Maria portal, and that might make you like want to actually save here. So the other thing is you do save one extra, you recover that one extra super that you used earlier, but neither player opting to do that. They're just going straight over.
Easy. I mean, for optimal craziness, definitely please keep bombs and power bombs far away from these runners for a while. Alright, our first door check is gonna be... Oh, it's the Green Hill Zone!
Honestly, kind of expected. Yeah. A little expected, because, you know, they're the 2E tanks, they can't really be doing too many hell runs right now, so,
nope.
Like, I mean, I guess you can find Red Tower, but it's not surprising that, you know, this is what they found here, so.
Yes.
Oh, still a little lame, though, but alright, well, they're gonna both check this bottom portal. Don't want to be isolating this, because typically you might just, you know, clear everything and then go out the top. But, yeah, it's just like kind of a catch-all approach to just check this bottom portal real quick. Oh. Okay.
Wow. That's interesting.
Yeah. Oddly enough, you can't get here normally, and there's your plasma.
Okay.
So, you know what's kind of funny here, WX? Like, because you normally kill the dudes... Okay, well, now they have plasma, so it's fine. But Sloaters actually had to start just, like, blasting some of these pirates with supers. Because you don't really have like the option to like missile them when you only have 5 missiles. If you run out, it's kind of like, oh, what do I do, right? But with the plasma, if they didn't get this plasma, they would have had to make a decision on like barreling through and losing a bunch of health. East Meridia, by the way. Or just starting to just blast them with like your 10 supers, which you don't really want to do, but you don't really have much of a choice. So it's kind of funny when that works.
Precious commodity.
Yeah, because one of the things in this early game that you're always trying to like work on is you're trying to conserve these supers, because if you find Ridley fairly early, you really want to make sure that you can, and you're able to do it. You don't want to miss out on the opportunity of being able to do it, and that starts with kind of conserving your supers early, because if you build up to like 30, you get like 5 E-tanks, you might be able to do it, right? But yeah, I mean, it's fine in the end, both working out. But here we go. We still don't have any explosives, and we're heading into Green Bryn, or the Pink Bryn.
Yep. Oh, there's your explosives.
All right, there you go. All right, so very linear so far, unfortunately, but we'll probably see some divergence soon enough.
Okay, Varia.
Okay.
Look at the smile on Slotus's face. Like, yes, thank you. I don't gotta wait 30 minutes this time.
Okay, so obviously, rando is rando. Things can happen. But if I had to give an edge to someone right now in this match, it would be Sloaters, because Sloaters is one of the strongest vanilla runners across all categories, basically. Right? She's like one of the greatest. So and she's also like just very solid and consistent all around. So like when you're getting Varia, and you have and you have okay, and Spring Ball is also like her signature item, so this is like her kind of seed. But yeah, like we were saying, like she's just gonna kind of be able to do like everything right now. So I would say this is looking pretty good for Sloaters, and she's gonna be the one that probably has the movement advantage as well. But you know, lots of things can still happen, but I'm pretty sure Sloaters is happy with what's going on so far.
Oh, of course. We even saw the swaggy like Spring Ball strat out of Wavegate, which was nice. Again, so we're at about the same super count with this super here that was last seed. 15, and definitely could use some more. Only 5 power bombs though, but at the very least, we can now get through some of the bomb lock blocks. So this is really, really cool. Hopefully, and we did see this from derp last seed, where derp ended up doing the reverse lava dive, tried to go find gravity suit, did the screw attack check, and it was just a reserve tank. If derp had found gravity, there was a good chance derp's up 1-0.
Yep, absolutely. Unfortunately, you know, rando, that's just how it goes sometimes.
You got it.
It's all about just doing the best checks that you can. Oh, Sloaters, be careful.
Oh, okay. Sloaters, okay.
Calm composure right there.
Look at Z Magazine, ZS Magazine chat. Did Sloaters generate this seed?
All right, so collecting these missiles. Now, normally, like, it's just because we're at this stage of the game. Some people can argue, like, do I even go through the door transition to find that miner item? But we do have to start building up those resources because, you know, charge is never guaranteed.
Correct.
And at this point, we don't need the extra E-tanks for Ridley, so it's literally just a matter of finding ammo, whether it be missiles or supers or power bombs. Obviously, if you don't have Varia and you have a time limit on your Ridley fight, you're not gonna like be doing like a 30 power bomb fight against them. That's not gonna work out too well for you. But yeah, every miner is important here right now.
Yeah, well, they are now in the best room in the game in terms of getting all ammo. 4 miners and a major over here in early supers. So this is definitely the room you're hoping to get a lot of any kind of ammo. Power bombs would be nice, but loading up on supers would be even better. And we do have space jump found.
Now, WX, still early on this.
It is.
But there is something I want to say. If these runners find high jump, there is a situation. This is just so much more in this game that can happen, right? Obviously, they could just find gravity, but I don't know if derp knows how to do the underwater wall jump technique in Meridia. But with spring ball, with space jump, and if we find like a high jump, if we get into a situation where gravity is in like a horrible location, and they do have that high jump and Dragon's dead, you can access pretty quickly that Meridia boss in this situation. So if that comes up, that's like definitely Sloaters generated the seed or something. But yeah, they're saving.
Sloaters taking a safety save. Derp is now heading up to go check the door first.
Yeah, I think the save is a pretty good idea here, and the reason why is if you find something like West Meridia here, you're very incentivized to follow it, but it could be a soft lock. And so if Derp sees it here, which he doesn't, then that's going to be very good for Sloaters because Derp would either have to go down and save or go back to Criteria and follow those portals instead. But instead, we get the bottom portal.
We have Spring Ball and Space Jump, so getting across Moat now is no problem.
Okay, a little bit of divergence. Okay, so Sloaters is going for this croc portal on the left first, whereas Derp is going to go straight up for the single chamber portal as well as the majors up there.
Wait, did you say route divergence?
Wait, a little bit of route divergence,
Yes!
Now, don't get too excited, because in the end, they might just end up doing the same thing.
It's alright, they'll meet in the middle.
Yep, we got, for now, it's looking like we got some route divergence.
Oh, let's go.
Oh, Lord.
That's huge info to have. Back of Lower Norfair.
The back of Lower Norfair. So, oh, man.
What were you mentioning about the Dragon boss?
You know, if Sloaters... Okay, these resources suck to do that Dragon boss. Just an E-tank over there for derp. But, like, if Sloaters had a few more power bombs, it was something that she could have maybe considered doing the back-to-back Lower Norfair there to clear out that boss. But yeah, it's just, you can't risk that right now. It's too dangerous. And it is a little... You kind of want to, like... Yeah, you want to be able to do all the bosses before you commit to something like that right now.
Yes.
So she can't do that, but yeah, Derp's gonna check this portal before checking the other majors first, and Sloaters is back in Bubble Mountain. So you know,
I really want to see West Meridia here, just because that would really spice things up here.
Hey, good chance. Red Tower.
Ooh, that's even better.
Okay. Huh.
This is going to allow Derp to start flying. If Derp can find anything, if Bubble Mountain is dead, we know Wave's dead. It's just an energy. If Bubble Mountain is completely dead, Derp has a good chance of staying in the lead.
Yeah. So this is interesting. I suspect.
Oh.
Okay, just an E-tank. So did Sloaters do speed yet, or is it? Did she?
Sloaters has not done speed.
Got it. Okay, so she still has to do that. Ice beam.
Boom.
That's big.
Boom. Ice beam.
Okay, Sloaters is gonna get that. I'd be shocked if she doesn't get it, right? Because she's gonna get it when she's doing the wave and speed check. But that's a pretty big find because, well, I mean, naturally it lets you get through the front of East Meridia at some point, but it also lets you do It also gives you a Zeb skip option down the line when you have to get into that spot in Turian.
Yes. Now this is at the last Bubble Mountain check. Sloaters is going to go check that right now, and it's going to be the speed check. So, okay, derp electing to go up Red Tower first.
Yep.
Not a derp.
No, derp's going back because he did isolate these two majors. And
Yes.
I think the reason is the idea behind doing this is kind of what I was thinking he might do. There's 3 portals at the bottom and there's 2 at the top, right?
Yep.
But right now we're sort of like trying to find things to beat the game on.
Bubble Mountain is dead. It's
Oh,
just
there's
all
nothing
energy.
going on. Okay, so derp's just gonna find some E-tanks here. But yeah, I think the idea is that what they want to do after this, there is the item at Spazer, but derp I think wants to run across and go to Business Center as well to take care of those 2 majors because they're very quick and grab those 2 portals. The reason why you sort of isolate the bottom and the top of Red Tower is that there's just a really, really good chance you're going to find one of the 3 at the bottom or one of the 2 at the top. And then when you find it, you could just do the other one right there rather than like going to it and then like,
Yep.
if derp finds Business Center, that's awkward because then does he do the Business Center and then run back to Bubble Mountain? It's kind of weird. So I think he just wanted to take care of the X-ray check because
Yeah.
that middle portal is actually like the one awkward one, right? So he just
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
like,
true.
oh, I have space jump. I'm just going to go clear this major and then I'm going to go back and do my Bubble Mountain duties.
It definitely makes a lot of sense. I mean, they could. I mean, for, what do you get for First Cathedral or the Speedway clip?
Mm-hmm. They do need wave for that, so they can't do the Speedway clip. But with Space Jump and the Reverse Cathedral and Varia, obviously, it's pretty easy to get through there pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
Could just go croc to the top too and do it that way. But yeah, derp gonna go check the other major.
Yep.
And again, just more ammo along the way. This is going to be 10 more missiles for derp. We have no charge yet. So every piece of ammo is crucial.
Yep. Now, it is kind of important to point out that their ammo looks pretty solid, but at the same time, one of the things that's like slightly awkward is that a lot of your ammo is going to come from doing Green Bryn and Upper Norfair. So their ammo's fine, but you know they're not going to places that have like big ammo anymore, right? Because they already took out all the big ammo situations. So if the supers dry up, that can get pretty dicey. But as of right now, it's looking completely fine. They even have the ammo to do Ridley if they need to, pretty comfortably as well. So
Yeah, and Slota's also going to get her Ice Beam as well.
yep. Now, WX, what is one thing that they don't really have much of though that could get kind of awkward?
Bombs!
They have not that many bombs. Yeah, they only have 5 power bombs, so that can get really tricky.
Bombs, they don't need no stinking bombs.
Yeah, so that's the one thing that they kind of want more of. But honestly, like they should be able to do pretty much everything with the 5. It's just they're gonna have to manage it really well. Usually, you can get kind of lazy, like thinking about it, because they usually just show up eventually, or you have like regular bombs or something.
Yep.
Oh, here we
Eddie?
go.
I'm sorry, not Eddie. Derp, I said Eddie. I'm looking at Derp's screen. Derp was like, not yet. So Derp is, like you said, we're going to go to Business Center, get the 2 major checks. Sloaters has elected to stay in Red Bryn.
Do you know why derp? I'm pretty sure it didn't do that. I think at the very least, obviously the front, going to the front is dangerous, but you can just choose to do back-to-back LN. But do you know why he didn't do? I think he didn't commit to doing the boss there.
Tell us.
It's the power bombs. Like if he had more, I think he would have committed to doing it because he could do the crystal flash to get out of Dragon. Right, that is an option.
Right.
It's not trivial, but it's something you can absolutely do it. And there is a major there. Firefly has a major there, but I think he's just not willing to do it because of the fact that we only have these 5 power bombs. So
oh, gravity! Oh, wow. Okay, there's.
Oh my god.
I'm happy to see that. This seed.
Oh my god, that's a big
that's
find.
major.
Yeah.
Sloaters is going to have the door information, but does not have gravity.
Hold on.
Unless
Okay.
this leads to Business Center.
Yeah, is this going to lead to Business Center? That's pretty crucial. No, it's Croc. Oh, is she going to do this?
No
She's
way.
doing it. She's doing
Realizing
it.
from last seed that gravity was a grapple beam.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, derp,
That's
that was a nice
crazy.
mock call, too. Nicely done.
Wow. So that's crazy. It just goes to show. You know, it's one. This all kind of stems from Sloaters not doing that. You know, going from the left portal and then going back to the right. I think, and I think she was just like a little bit more incentivized to follow the red tower portal.
Yep.
And this sucks. It just comes down to like, because she doesn't have gravity and she doesn't have like all the pieces. I mean, even if you don't have gravity, you could figure out ways to beat the game, but you don't have all the pieces to beat the game yet.
Nope.
She's incentivized to do this croc check to find like a high jump or something like that. Gravity, obviously.
High jump would probably be the most beneficial item to her at this point.
Yes. But the thing that kind of sucks as well is like, you know, you don't want to. She definitely doesn't want to be in a position where she finds like high jump and goes, I'm beating the game suitless, and gravity's right there at high jump, at the high jump location. So, oh, that's really, really good for derp. So
pre-aqueduct. If this is Vanilla Crate again, okay. So Sloaters did find Business Center.
She found the business center, but chose to do croc first. Oh, that's kind of unfortunate. So derp with basically go mode just needs the ammo is 100% not doing croc, right? So, you know what kind of sucks here?
You don't need anything.
Yeah, you know what kind of sucks? If Sloaters had found croc first before business center, I think she would have backed out of croc and then checked the other portal potentially, maybe.
Oh no, it's an energy tank. It's not even high jump.
Yeah, this is.
Be a super at least. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, like ammo is a very real thing. You know, 55, 25. Oh yeah, derp is actually missing a super as well. So this could be a really like it definitely could come down to like them needing a lot of ammo. Yeah, derp with not even 30 supers. If he has to really prepare for a Ridley fight potentially here, which means he's gonna have to farm like. Oh, he's got to farm. Yeah, he's got to farm like everything here.
Yep.
Wait,
at least last seed when we came into Wreck Ship, we had Fantoon was defeated. So at the very least, you could go check the early energy tank over here at the back here, which is an out of the way item usually. You can at least go do that, but 25 supers if it's Ridley. Ugh.
So the math works out. This is really sketchy for derp because he has to use supers to open up the doors. He can't beat Ridley right now. He cannot beat Ridley right now because 30 supers is how much you need to kill Ridley, right? And for every 5 supers that you don't have, you need 30 missiles to make up for it because Ridley's weak against supers. 1 super is 6 missiles.
Wow.
So derp definitely wants to check the miner.
There's the save.
I don't think he could. He's so
I don't even think
close.
if it is a super missile. If it is a super missile, derp's gonna be farming the ghosts.
Well, if it's a super missile, he'll have 25 supers. And then he can use 30 missiles to supplement the Ridley fight. He doesn't want to miss many things because he doesn't have much leeway here.
Oh.
So yeah, 20 supers and 60 missiles is exactly enough to kill Ridley, but he has to open the doors. He has to use a super to open the door, and then either 3 missiles or a super to open the Ghidorah door. So I think right now derp is sort of gambling that it's not Ridley because he can't do it.
Oh, that's okay. Derp's sake, derp wants anything but Ridley.
So derp, if he nails every single shot and double hits at least 1 power bomb, he can do it. Okay, but it's not.
It's great.
It's great. So he's fine.
Okay.
Meanwhile, we have Sloaters in Business Center, so Sloaters is going to do that. Bud did have the time loss of having to do Croc, which didn't really provide much.
I feel like we need to get back to what Count Cranberry and I were talking about doing a Super Metroid health commercial.
Okay, nice backup for derp. What do you think is going to be right here? What do you think? Right behind Kraid.
Give me some high jump. Give me some high jump.
High jump? That'd be pretty nice. Oh my god! Wait.
Why did you reset?
What?
What is happening? What am I missing?
Oh my god, did he not get power bombs? Wait, what happened? I don't understand. Did he
What is
just
happening?
was he out of PBs? Because you need a power bomb to get out of there. He couldn't. Yeah, there's no way he had one power. No, I don't understand.
Hashtag throwing for content.
He had a power bomb. I don't get it. I don't get it. So he needed one power bomb to get out.
He had plenty. What is
Well,
happening?
he had one. He had exactly one. But that's enough. So I don't know what happened.
And that's the race element for you.
No. You're right. He needs two. He needed two. He needed two power bombs because you can't get out when you enter the wreck ship chat. You don't have wave.
You don't have wave.
Even Spazer would work. Okay. So he got scammed because Crane didn't drop anything. That was Crane's fault. Yeah, he needed two. That actually.
I'm so excited to see high jump, and then we're like, what?
All right. Meanwhile, Sloaters is heading to West Meridia. I was so fixated on derp, I kind of lost track of where Sloaters is going. But find that front of LN.
Oh my goodness. So we have our route divergence. Sloaters is gonna go take on Lower Norfair. Derp is done with the wreck ship boss. So Kraid down for Derp. Sloaters still has all bosses to go. Did get her gravity suit. And now let's see what the front of wreck ship is. Imagine if the front of wrecked ship is Kraid's lair.
That would be absolutely.
That would be huge for Derp.
That's gonna be really hard for Sloaters to come back from if that's the case. I think, because right now we're kind of operating on like a strict time loss for Sloaters checking the croc portal.
Yep.
But at the same time, Sloaters, or not Sloaters, Derp still only has 25 power bombs. So we need to find a solution for the lack of ammo here.
Yeah. 25 supers is not ideal. 60 missiles is nice, but you want those supers. This is what I was talking about when we saw that super again in Big Pink. Like, just to be able to have supers. There's the meme route portal.
It is the meme route portal. Okay, so...
more missiles.
I
wonder if this seed's gonna force us to find charge.
Oh, I don't.
Derp, where were you going?
So Derp has Derp still. We haven't found the moat portal, right? So I think Derp is deciding I'm gonna go check the moat portal out.
Makes sense.
But I think something that's kind of spooking me out is the other option also is that you have on the left side of criteria we have the front of East Meridia, right?
Oh.
But it's getting a little.
Oh, bombs for Sloaters.
That's nice. It's kind of a relief to get that. But it's at this point it isn't necessary. It's just kind of comfy.
Yeah. By the way, chat, pet the cat. You know you wanna. Just go up to your screen and pet the cat. You know you wanna. Do it.
I'm
chat debating if that is or is not Derp's actual picture.
Yeah, Derp actually is a cat. I think one of the things that's like a little concerning for me right now is Derp still hasn't done LN, correct?
Correct. Derp has not gone LN. Sloaters has elected to. Sloaters elected to do LN over wreck ship.
Yeah. So depending on how these portals are working out, LN could potentially be kind of far away from Derp, and he might end up running into Turian because. Like, you want to do East Meridia here, but...
So, we only have 2 doors left. That's it. We got Moat door. Oh, sorry, 3 doors left. We have Moat and the top of Red Tower.
Do we find any of the bottom...
One of them is leading the Kraid.
Have we found, the bottom West Meridia portals we haven't found, right?
Right. So there not that many connectors left. Main Street hasn't been found. Crab Hole hasn't been found. Top of Red Tower hasn't been found. And Derp's about to go get Moat. If this is Kraid, this would be huge for Derp, because Sloaters would have to route all the way back around to get this.
Wait,
if this is West Meridia...
Oh, wait. Do we have the...
Main Street.
Oh, Main Street. Okay, so wait, we don't have the top of Red Tower either, right? Because I think they were both hanging around the bottom. Okay, so
correct.
Okay, I was trying to think about like what was kind of missing, and I was wondering how things would link up. But
Derp's
this
gonna
is
end
a
up
good
finding
portal.
it one way or another.
Yeah,
Derp's gonna find Red Tower or Crate. Right here. And it is gonna be... Oh no, he's atop of East Meridia!
Yeah. He's doing...
What are you, Derp? Derp?
Let's see. This is
Vanilla Ridley.
okay. Vanilla Ridley. All right. So Sloaters is definitely gonna take care of this. This Meridia section is very awkward, actually. I don't know if Derp wants to be going this way, but I'm not really sure what's faster. So we have to take care of this Meridia. We have to take care of this West Meridia or this East Meridia, and Derp can take care of all the bosses at this point. The thing that's awkward is that the East Meridia portal, like the front is the left side of Criteria. So the question is, was it faster to just do the back of West Meridia here, which is generally really slow, or was it better to just go back to the front? But this is probably fine, actually. I think you don't really want to have to do back to back, but this is kind of like what you have to do.
This is definitely out of the way for Derp. This is allowing Sloaters to get right back in this. I actually think Sloaters is a little bit ahead.
You know what? I don't think so now that I'm looking at how the portals work out, because I think we know what the last two portals are. The two dead ends that we haven't found yet, right? I think this works out great for Derp, actually. Maybe it's not, actually. So, okay, Sloaters is going,
Well, here's our aqueduct door.
Derp should know the map. Oh, he needs to find more ammo at this point. Yeah, he's kind of on an ammo hunt.
Yeah, Derp's waiting for the snail.
So here's the thing with how this map is laid out. The last two portals at the top of Red Tower, I think Derp knows this at this point. It's Turian and Kraid. It's just those two left, right?
Do we have enough super missiles in this seat?
No, we do not. And Sloaters has an extra pack on Derp.
What is happening?
So what is
the bombs is huge for Sloaters too.
Yes.
Because now you're not, worrying about conserving ammo count either. And here comes the easier trick than last seed, an ice clip right into Bot's wound, as opposed to doing 10 million crystal flashes.
Alright, so Sloaters heading out the back of LN.
Which we know leads to Croc Door.
Yep, and in Upper Norfair. So Sloaters is behind on portals right now.
Hey, supers.
This is interesting. I actually think this is still very good for Derp. I think one of the main reasons is he made no unnecessary trips to finding to finding like Turian, because if you find Turian, it's good information, but you also you have to go out of your way to find it. So in this case, he never spent any time finding Turian or having to in this case he's not going to be like finding Kraid. It's just going to be there. He knows to go there right now at the end.
Yep. Seeing you notice Derp farming here. Derp wants supers in case this is Ridley. I mean, the business center doors here, they don't lead us anywhere good.
Going up. So if you're Sloaters, you kind of have two options here. When you I don't remember if she checked those two. Yeah, she must have checked those two portals. So does she check the top of Red Tower here, or does she go to the bottom of West Meridia to check those portals? That's kind of the question.
Yeah. Oh, there's power bombs. That's huge for Derp. Nice precious power bombs. So it's just a matter of, is this Vanilla Dragon, or is this going to be Phantoon? Not going to matter. Again, Derp's in go mode minus ammo. And so is Sloaters. So yeah, there was a question. Ace already answered it. But you're looking for 45, 60 missiles and missiles respectively in order to go defeat Mother Brain. That's at minimum.
So 40-60, you could have a little bit less, like one less pack than that, but 40-60 is kind of like the thing that people know, but 70-50 is the same thing. So likewise, what, 130 would be the same thing, or 140, so 30 supers is not that much.
Yeah.
Not that
Here
great.
comes Sloaters' information on Main Street.
Okay.
And there is 50 supers for Sloaters.
Nice. So Lower Norfair does, I think, have several supers, and that's kind of like, if you haven't done Lower Norfair yet, you sometimes you don't want to like freak out too much because there are a lot of miners there.
Derp is getting fan-tuned. Hey, a mid! There you go. Nicely done from Derp.
Nice. Okay, so Sloater's gonna find the back of East Meridian here. Let's see if she follows it.
Yup. Alright. Derp with 2 bosses down. Sloaters with just 1. This is the definition of a race at this point, chat. But Sloaters does have the hard and long Lower Norfair already done. Derp does not.
The kind of like
Torian
the...
again. Oh my goodness, we haven't found Torian yet, which means we know by process elimination, it's at the top of Red Tower. Both of these runners actually routed this really well to leave Torian and Kraid to last.
Yeah,
it just happened to work out that way.
It worked out that way, so it's nice because you just kind of like end the game there. What is kind of a little trollish, and you know, neither player got an advantage out of this. But something that's like kind of trollish is that Dragon's at Kraid, which you know, that would make this back-to-back East Meridia like a lot smoother. But you know, in this case, it kind of sucks. So yeah, Derp is just gonna go out. Let's see. He might yeah, go down a sand pit here. So he needs to go on one of these sand pits. Probably the right sand pit here. You could choose between left. Yeah, double ammo. You could try to, you know, spike the charge on the left one. But you know, that's just like, that's kind of like buying a lotto ticket. It's not really worth it.
Oh, well, there's your first lotto ticket. There's a pack of supers.
Oh, that's good for Derp. And I think Derp, after doing Ellen, is going to feel really good. Sloater's not going to do the snail clip because her ammo is actually looking like 1 missile away from being able to beat the game at this point. I mean, can do it right now, but like that's like the bare minimum. It's not comfy and slow.
Derp is getting missiled. 85-35. I think Derp probably wants 1 or 2 more supers.
Yeah, Derp still needs more supers for sure. Severe lack compared to Sloaters, but Derp's gonna find them in LN, I think so.
Yep.
He should be
good. Nicely done from Sloaters, getting bought to him before it goes back in its thingy. Derp, where were you going?
He is going to out the back of East Meridia, so that he can get to the front of LN.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because he hasn't done the LN fight yet.
Yep, that makes sense. This is such a weird looking map compared to some of the other randos. This is just all open.
Yeah, it's definitely a little tricky, especially because, like, you know, both these players are just kind of going through the back of East Meridia, which really sucks, but you kind of have to. So
I mean, can we blame chat for this terrible looking map? I mean, for sure. Blame chat for this map.
All right, yeah, it's chat's fault.
We're kidding. We're kidding. Oh, look, we just lost 100.
I mean, I'm not kidding, but yeah. All right, so here we go. We got the Derp leaving the back of East Meridia way faster than the Sloaters, but Derp still has to do LN. So Derp is going to do probably what appears to be front of LN from West Meridia to the back. And then from there is going to head up the Red Tower, probably through, let's kind of pick your poison. Probably through Business Center, though.
Derp, I think, has the redfish information. Doesn't it?
Does he actually?
I don't know, does he? If Derp, maybe?
Well, if he doesn't, I think he's going there anyway, so...
Yeah. I'd also be really interested. We'll stick around for where the item locations are, but no speed this seed or charge. I'd be really interested to see like a Mama Turtle or something. Oh, it's just power bombs.
Doesn't need those.
Derp
Yeah, at this
is getting
point,
destroyed right now purely based on looking for ammo.
yeah, these checks are kind of rough. One of the things about Sloaters doing that earlier LN is you do come across a bunch of minor checks that happen to be supers.
Yep.
So if Derp had like, 3 more super packs at this stage of the game, he probably would have to check less. But let's not also forget, Sloaters having to do that croc early got a bit of a refund by having to, that it was kind of a time loss, but getting those miners from croc seems to be helping out. It's definitely less stressful for her than it is for Derp.
Agreed. And the cat has entered Lower Norfair. Someone get the cat a Varia suit.
All right, so Derp is going straight to the right. Not going to bother checking that GT missile or the GT screw attack major. Not worth it.
No.
Definitely not worth fighting the GT for the major either. So
it's not worth fighting GT for the couple of miners.
Nope, not even if it's 2 supers. You don't want to be doing that. It's way too slow.
My favorite music in the game. Chat knows this. It's well documented. Eddie, what about you?
Depends on my mood. Green Brin's pretty sick.
Green Brin's pretty nice.
I will say, as someone who is a vanilla speedrunner, and I run the Fantoon first category for any percent, nothing gets your heart racing quite like this music. This is when you're like, oh my gosh, it's for real. Derp not checking Mickey Mouse. I feel like I would check that. It's a little slow, but his ammo's not great still. So I would have probably checked that. I think it's going to work out for him.
I think Derp's going to gamble on all the checks that we're going to see, getting out of Lower Norfair.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's so many miners along the way. But I still think I would have, if I was him, and I only had 35 supers here, I think I would have checked it. But it's fine. He's going to do this, and then there's still some miners at crate as well. So by miner, I mean there's one. There's one.
That's true. So, all right. Let's see. Derp's going to be making his way down here, heading towards the Golden Guardian. Sloaters. Looks like she's going to head back to meme route.
Yeah, so she hasn't done the wreck ship boss yet.
Imagine if meme route was Torian.
That would be a disaster.
That would be horrible.
Yeah, that would be horrible. Is this?
Irv is saying in chat, Oats and Goats singing country lyrics over the Lower Norfair soundtrack has made it less haunting for me. Can someone find me a clip of the country lyrics for the Lower Norfair soundtrack? That sounds fantastic.
This is the Vanilla Ridley, correct?
Correct. This is Vanilla Ridley. Everything else is ran out.
All right. So Derp's ammo is perfectly fine here. It's kind of lacking on the supers, but has like 500,000 missiles. So
pretty much.
Here.
Slight exaggeration, chat. Don't sit there and correct Eddie.
It's only a slight exaggeration, but yeah, I don't think he should be farming at this point anymore. He's got 60 missiles he can miss on this fight, so he's totally fine.
Yeah, I need to turn my phone off because the Jonathan Taylor news right now is just getting out of control. Anyway. I will say, Eddie, at least this isn't the Metroid Fusion Ridley streaming.
This is not looking good for Derp.
Remember, he's got 500,000 supers. I mean, missiles.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Not about the fight, but Sloaters is definitely ahead at this point. With both of them having to still do crate and the other fight left. And Derp is still kind of reeling for some ammo, which he's going to get on the way out, right?
Yeah, there's the crate boss for Sloaters, and it's just Dragon left for both runners. This is
The thing is, if you look at how the portals work out right now, so Derp's gonna want to go probably out the back of LN. Because he doesn't have a clear path necessarily right away to get to Red Tower. So he's going to go out the back of LN, and then he's probably going to go up the left side of Business Center. So he has to go through Upper Norfair, where Sloaters is going to go ahead and take care of this and go out the back of Wreck Ship and is going to get spat out right into Red Tower. And then right when we get to Red Tower, we got the top of Red Tower, which has exactly the last 2 portals that we need. So one thing I will say is right now, Derp needs to go.
Yeah, stop farming. Go.
Yeah, he has to go. I don't think he has any reason to farm at this point.
We're gonna kick you right in the rear end. Go.
I mean, he has to. He still has a Dragon fight, and this is gonna be an ammo Dragon fight. But I think I just go, especially because it's gonna be Kraid right before. You're gonna get a super refill, right? So you just gotta go at this point. Like, there's no. This is a race against time here.
Yeah, I think at this point, like you said, Sloaters is in the lead.
Yes, absolutely.
Which is crazy to say. But
yeah, I think it's just the way that the kind of like the pathing worked out and how Sloaters did things in that specific order worked out really well for her.
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing is, if Derp didn't have to also just pick up a bunch of items along the way, I would consider it to be a lot closer.
Yep. Again, Derp is not in go mode yet. Derp does not have enough ammo.
No, and Sloaters, I think, would want to get at least like one more missile pack, but she's probably going to get that at Kraid. But 70-50, that's the equivalent of 40-60, so she's good. Derp has
very
no
tight,
supers.
very tight.
Those Croc supers were pretty big, honestly. The miners there.
Here's the super pack. Derp's gonna need to route all the way around this. Gotta go get the other miner. Derp, what are you doing?
I don't think he's gonna do that. It's too. That is so slow. I think he's just like he's not gonna. If I were him, I kind of wouldn't do it either. It's just too slow. I think.
Well, with
but
this
he needs
race.
to check his one.
With this race coming close to its end, exclamation point R in chat to go follow both of these runners, and exclamation point C to follow the commentary team. If you are interested in learning more about the event, Hockeytown had just posted the challenge on page in chat. But please go follow these runners. They have put on one heck of a race. Please go follow them. Again, exclamation point R for the runners, exclamation point C for the commentary team and the tracking team. Big shout out to Lexosaurus Rex as well for the amazing tracking job that they have done, and a shout out to Eddie for joining me here on Cams as well. It's been an absolute pleasure. There you go. Thank you, ZS Mags. Now, is this going to be in a Kraid? There's Torian. Kraid is the top of Red Tower.
Yep. Derp quickly spying that little super missile on the right.
Yep, and then once Derp gets this super, he's in go mode.
Yep. He's good right now, but he wants the super. It's like this is not very comfy until it's like okay, but this super makes it like comfy. Like you're good now. Like you don't have to worry.
Like comfy, you're all tucked in, ready to go to bed comfy?
Exactly, yeah. Probably like, a little comfier than that.
Well, like comfortable, you're in a sweatshirt and you're just hanging out playing video games comfy.
Somewhere between those two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hockeytowner and I have actually done comms together. I just don't know which one we've done together. Hockey's cool people. Hockey's also a celebrity, apparently.
Hockey is a celebrity. I am a big fan of hockey. Hockey knows this.
There you go. Hockey, the statue in your honor is going to be put up very soon. Don't worry.
I think what would have been hilarious is if Derp just decided to go up the elevator first and was like,
yeah, that would have been great.
Yeah, just save some time. You're like, what?
Yeah.
But all right, yeah.
So this is it. Well, Sloaters is ahead. Both of the runners are pretty much routed back up now, and Sloaters looks annoyed.
All right, that's just her gamer face. I think she is focused. She's dialed in. You know, I'm gonna say, WX, as someone who has knows Sloaters, you know how well she races and stuff. She's tournaments like that gets her blood going. She's just like she loves these tournaments, right? She's got so much experience in this. So if there's someone that's like dialed in and ready to just clutch it out, Sloaters is the person to beat, honestly.
Yep. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take my own advice. I'm gonna go follow both of these runners.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Follow both these winners. All right.
Sloaters is followed. I'm gonna go follow the derp.
Okay, Sloaters. So, you know, I've got to say, like, they're in the same room. This is close.
This is very close from
Like,
both runners.
yeah, like yes, Sloaters is in the lead, but there's a few things that's going on here, right? Sloaters,
Sure.
like we said, 40-60 is the equivalent of 70-50 for ammo. Sloaters has, I would say, relatively comfy ammo, but it's not like I'm just gonna like start blasting Mother Brain and I don't have to think about it. It's still a little bit tight. If Sloaters does not refill at all, then what that means is she literally cannot miss a shot, not a single missile at Mother Brain. So that's what we mean by like, this is comfy or not, right? Like 75-50, if you refill, you have 5 missiles that you could miss on Mother Brain, or 1 super plus 2 missiles, whatever combination you prefer, right?
Yep.
But like derp can kind of just like whiff a bunch of missiles. Derp's ammo is like really, really good, right? So if Sloaters, like, you know, like Sloaters can obviously soft lock, it's very possible. You never want to see that happen, but it's very possible. But Sloaters' ammo is still like not super comfy, not like the comfy we were talking about earlier. And Derp's not that far behind. So there's a lot of things that can happen. Like if Derp gets baby skip, Sloaters misses it, stuff like that. If Sloaters has to take a really slow fight.
I mean, Sloaters is most likely gonna take a safety save. I don't know how you don't do a safety save outside Mother Brain.
There's a few things. So with this ammo, if you even if you like get the baby skip, right, you might still want to just open the door and then refill. And then that gives you 5 missiles of leeway. And against someone as strong as Derp, the safety save is a little dangerous because let's say you take the safety save and it pays off in the sense that you mess up and then you get to reload, right? That's a huge time loss. And like what we see right here is if that happens to Sloaters, I don't think Sloaters wins, right? Like if Sloaters soft locks at the end of the Mother Brain fight and has to reload the save, combined with the fact that you have to save, I think it's over. So that's the thing. Like the safety saves are nice, but I feel like they're only like if you're like, I got out of this seed, I'm crushing. Wait, Sloaters doesn't have max supers. Oh, wait, WX, she's got 47 supers. She's got nothing. She has to redo this room.
Sloaters?
She's not getting the drops. So she's gonna missile this again. Okay, there you go.
There you go. Oh my, oh my, oh my.
That's every missile, every super really counts at this stage. So that's there we go. That's because of the lack of ammo, which is normal, right? Like in this kind of seed, it's normal. That's time loss for Sloaters. This is getting close. Derp's catching up.
Let me get readjusted in my seat here, Eddie. We got a banger right there.
Baby skip.
Derp's in Metroid 3! Derp is in Metroid 3! Oh, and I was gonna say Derp can stand it, but we have no charge beam.
Yeah. Baby skip. There's no speed. This is a little bit different. No waves. Oh, that was clutch.
Nice from Sloaters.
This is what I'm talking about. Okay, so is she gonna open the door with missiles and then refill? She's gonna open 2 doors. She's refilling. There's no reason to missile that, I think. Otherwise, like
this is literally neck and neck.
Yes, so she's being safe here. I think. There you go. So she.
Oh my goodness.
You can beat the game with that many supers or missiles, but you can't miss a single door. So she wants 8 missiles of leeway, which is why she did 3 missiles. Derp got grabbed. No. Okay. Okay. But here we go, because Sloaters, by having to open those 2 doors, it's kind of like getting grabbed by the baby. But if Derp nailed that baby skip, oh my gosh, I think it would have been incredibly close.
My goodness. Sloaters turning off plasma.
Not sure why she did that. Perhaps this is just more comfy for her.
Sloaters is not going to save.
No save here. Can't waste that time.
Oh my goodness.
She's got this. She's got the Zep skip. This is really close.
This is it. Like, if Sloaters soft lock and because she didn't save, that's it. That's game.
Yeah. Look. She has to be a little careful here. If she gets a turret snipe here, I mean, she took the precautions where she has the extra ammo, but yeah, she has to take this like pretty carefully. Whereas I think Derp is going to be a lot more aggressive about just shooting the turrets and whatnot because he's got so many missiles of leeway.
This is insane. This is absolutely insane. There's a 30-second difference, if that, between these runners.
Oh, those turrets not being nice to derp.
Nope. Sloaters laying in the missiles. This is what it all comes down to. Chat on the edge of their seat. Eddie and I on the edges of our seats. Lexosaurus has decided to not let all doors lead to Crocomire. Thank you, Lex.
I've got my eyes on this fight because, you know, Sloater's just... Oh, that's one super missed!
One missed!
She's being careful here. Okay, we're at the catch-up phase. So, Mother Brain can drop down and drop a meatball right here. Okay. And that should be it. That should be it. Okay.
That's it! Okay.
And that's why Sloaters opens the door. So Derp just kind of firing, just whipping a super because he can. But Sloaters could not do that because of the ammo count.
And Derp almost missed a super there.
Derp, I know, has already missed at least one, but because he has so much ammo, it doesn't matter.
This isn't... They're literally about 15 seconds apart. I don't want to look at the race time room, Eddie. I don't want to do it.
I'm not looking. I gotta see what happens. We have to say, Sloaters, you know, is probably the stronger vanilla runner. And Sloaters is ahead right now, but it's pretty close. You never know what can happen until they get on the ship, so we'll see.
Make this a best of 5. Tournament organizers, can we please make this a best of 5? Do it for chat. Runners will be like, please no. Look at the focus on Derp's face.
I don't think Derp blinked since the start of the match.
Oh, it's fantastic. Oh, it's funny.
WX, I gotta say, like, both these players, you know, this is the winner semifinals. Both these players having to take down such titans just to get to this point in the first place.
Absolutely.
You know, even in just round 2, Derp, you know, 2-1ing Aussie. Aussie is like a rando champion, right?
Yes.
And so Derp going through Aussie, Derp going through Nevdi, well, you know, considered maybe one of the tournament favorites as well.
Yep.
And, you know, having to play Sloaters right here. Sloaters going through Kip, Sloaters going through Nitro, going through so many, like, both these players, like we said, everyone in this tournament is so good. There's no slouch. No slouches. So, like, this is huge. This is huge.
And so the winner goes on to the upper bracket final. The loser is going to... I don't even think we know yet. We do. The loser is going to go right to the lower bracket quarter, who we don't know who's going to face them yet. I can tell you this, the lower bracket, oh my goodness, is that loaded. Mm-hmm. Eddie, you're in it. You're taking on Kip this Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
I've already got my... As soon as I saw that, I'm like, I've commented Kip. I want to commentate this. Please let me do this. So this is it. It's escape for both of these runners.
Yep.
If Sloaters falls down the room after this, oh my goodness, we are literally going to be back and forth.
Yeah, you don't want to see any shambles in the Leodox room, that's for sure.
15 seconds of difference! Look at the timers! Unbelievable!
Oh man, both of these players executing so well right now. Sloaters doesn't have Moonfall, so Derp's gonna get an advantage right there, but is it enough? Probably not, but we'll see. Sloaters getting through this Leodox room just fine. Wow, just putting on a clinic right now, both these players.
Derp, you need Derp. Okay, getting through it with no problem. Sloater's gonna fly up blue tower. There's the moonfall for Derp. What a race!
This is a crazy race.
Eddie, this is what, like, you asked me. I wanted craziness. Like, I don't think we could have ever pictured it better than this.
Yeah.
I come to SM100 race. It was a 3-second difference. It was insane. This is gonna be a 15-second difference. Sloaters is going to win 2-0, but my goodness, did she have to work for it in this race.
GG.
Boom. GG's in chat. Unreal.
Sloaters finishing with an official race time of 57 minutes and 49 seconds. Derp just trailing right behind and about to finish as well.
Wow.
There we go. Derp finishing in second place with an official race time of 58 minutes and 14 seconds. That is a close match. between
was
these
that?
two players.
25-second difference, I think.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. Let's get these runners in here. Runners, come on in. Post-game interview time. Oh, we got stuff to chat about. Also, Slaughter's ship, though. That ship. Fantastic sprite.
Okay, it's a little cursed when it's zoomed in like that, but yes, it's a fantastic sprite.
Get that off the screen, please. It looked better till it was looking right in your face.
Yeah, that was gonna steal your soul.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Oh my goodness. Let's go. Let's ping these folks. Oh man. Here's one.
Hey, can y'all hear me?
Oh, what's up,
Derp?
derp?
Not much.
GG's.
Thank you, thank you.
Oof. What a finish.
I seem to get a lot of close races in this tournament.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, kind of sad that I was on the losing end of this one, but you know, it was bound to happen eventually.
Oh. Let's see if Sloaters is gonna jump on in here before we start breaking everything down.
So Derp, the second game, you know, towards the end, I think you had that full portal knowledge, so you knew that the top two were going to be Kraid and Turian, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. And did you have any thoughts on kind of like the middle game? I think Sloaters did the LN check earlier.
Did Sloaters do LN the first time she saw it?
Yes.
No, the very first time, not the first, like not when you very first saw it, like when you had like 5 power bombs, not at that point.
Okay.
If that's what you're talking about. But she did do it before, I think, kind of going to the criteria portals and whatnot.
Right.
I think one of the reasons why, because Sloaters also did Croc, but this was also a seed where your ammo was kind of getting really spicy. And because she did that LN earlier as well, she found those supers and I think got to do a few less checks than you did. So she finished 75-50, whereas you have to finish 90.
Yeah. Oh, charge was at reserve in Meridian.
If I was I recently stopped doing that in those situations because I wanted the 2 majors or the 2 minors.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was a worse player, I would have gotten that charge and probably won.
And speed was at plasma. Okay, we were never getting those items.
Yeah, I think picking up the Kraid missile, I think I saw QD say it in chat. That was pretty egregious. I did not need those in any way. But
yeah, it's hard to know because you don't really know that you're going to lose by like 30 seconds or something.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So it's like what's like 5 more seconds. The other thing I think that now that I'm thinking about it, Sloaters didn't nail the baby skip, and you did. I think you gave it a shot, right? But
well, I didn't really give it a shot.
Oh, okay.
I kind of I jumped forward and then got grabbed immediately. So
it looked like Sloaters was like very far ahead, but I think one of the issues is if you did nail the baby skip, I think that could have been it because Sloaters with only 75-50 was a little conservative and opened 2 doors and refilled.
Mm-hmm.
So that, you know, obviously that's like that kind of like made her lose some time, but it was just such a close match in the end anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
kind of sad. There was some silly stuff that happened in that second race.
Mm-hmm. Any thoughts?
Not great choices that I made, even though I think my overall route was really good. Although I'm not sure if back-to-back East Meridia was correct there. It didn't seem like it was correct to go out the front because it put me in such a weird spot on the map. It's like I would have to run across criteria without speed, but maybe that's just better.
That's the problem because the left side of criteria, like, you know, the other portal is Green Bryn, and you know, Green Bryn doesn't really take you anywhere notable unless you go to the top elevator. So it's kind of like, it's like the front of East Meridia actually kind of sucks, right? So it's like a rare instance where I feel like back to back is probably okay. I think Sloaters ended up doing the same thing. It's just kind of hard to like avoid what's going on with the East Meridia. There sucks because you also can't really do, you know, it's not like you have Dragon Dud. So yeah, it's just kind of an unfortunate situation, but
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's just insane. Talk to us about that first seed. That was very linear. My
Yeah,
goodness.
that was the exact seed I was scared of getting against a player like Sloaters, who's just like. Because honestly, I think at this point I might be the weakest movement player left out of the like 10 players left. I think in the tournament.
That's kind of hilarious.
If I'm not the worst, I'm down there. And
That's
Sloaters
kind of
is one
hilarious
the
to
best.
imagine that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like my movement's solid. Don't get me wrong. It's just
Yeah, that's
there's so many
exactly.
people who are good at the game and
Right.
also good at rando. But like a linear seed with speed at the beginning, high jump showed up at some point. I think it was close to the end, but still, like there was no way I was ever winning that seed. And then I lost a bunch of time checking screw attack, which was silly. I did get suitless CF clip. I mentioned it in the race time for game 1. I started practicing that like less than a week ago because it was something that I think I was talking about it with Cutie. Like that's just something I can't afford to not be able to do because
Yeah,
of situations like that. Like,
it comes up too often.
and to be fair, if I didn't know it, I would have just done croc and then got gravity. But that still probably would have ended up being slower.
I think one of the things that I know some people wanted to ask you about the first game. I didn't watch all the first game. I wasn't around, but regarding the when you check the screw attack, it looks like you gave it a go to leave a few times. I don't remember the portals myself exactly, but is there a reason you chose to reset there as opposed to just like getting out and going out the front?
Well, I gave it one try. I think what I was trying was possible. I needed to back up a little bit further because I was trying like the in-room wall jump out.
Yeah,
Which I think it's possible with high jump and speed.
Yes. So
I
high
realized,
jump speed,
like-
yeah. Sorry.
All right. I realized like I could just go out normally, go up to the top of business center, and then check the crate item and maybe spike something there. Because I really didn't want to do suitless CF. I think at that point I was like go mode minus a way through Batoon.
Mm-hmm.
So I was still like checking a bunch of items for gravity, and then obviously never found it.
Yeah.
But I realized like that puts me kind of where I want to go. I don't remember the portals exactly in game 1, to be honest.
Okay.
But I knew that led me to the top of Red Bryn. So instead of going like up Red Bryn, which I would have had to do if I went out the front of LN, I just went out the top of Red Bryn and went down because I needed to go to Wreck Ship anyways. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
Like,
maybe
wait-
I should have done back to back anyways. But I wanted to screw tech.
Well, like, here's the thing. When you went to screw attack, right? If that turns into gravity, that race is... You probably end up winning that. It
Yeah,
took
exactly.
Sloaters 3 different tries on the save because you had 25 power bombs.
Yeah.
Sloaters, she only had 15.
Mm-hmm.
So she had 4 chances to get it. You had plenty more. And you ended up getting it on the first couple of tries. That brought you back up a little bit. But again, if that screw attack was gravity, different.
I think I got it like 8th try, but I appreciate you hyping me up.
It's my pleasure.
Sloaters had to reset several times, so it was like a
Yes.
pretty significant time loss because I think she avoided some power bombs at some point.
Yeah, we were talking about that as well.
Yeah. So would have been interesting.
This has been one heck of a race between all of you. So,
Yeah.
Derp, is there something that you liked in any of your runs? I like asking.
I mean, like I said, the suitless CF clip, that was cool.
Oh yeah, that was pretty.
Like getting that in a race so soon after getting comfortable with it, basically.
Yep.
And then I think I routed really well for the second one. Obviously,
Yes, you did.
I did a couple extra checks that I didn't need to. I told myself like, all right, I'm not gonna check anything. I need to like, it's not worth trying to spike speed. And then I immediately went to ice, which was silly, but I think it's fine checking ice there. But I think my overall route in that seed was really good. So, I mean, I think I played really well. I had a good showing. It's just a shame that neither one ended up in a win, but
Yeah. But you know what? You are not out of this yet. You are now in the lower bracket quarterfinals, and you are going to be waiting for a bit. We have to get some of the other lower brackets done and out of the way with, but absolutely pleasure to commentate both of your races, and that was just an absolute blast. Especially that ending was crazy.
Thank you.
Yep.
Welcome.
If you make it all the way, so you're gonna have to be playing one of Bress, Audra, Glove, and MM2. One of those. Honestly, like at this point of the game, you don't want to be playing anybody. It's just kind of how it is, right? But you got some time, and if you end up winning, then it's a guaranteed lock that I'm gonna make it through. So you and I will be playing
Of course.
loser semis.
Love it.
That's
Love it.
the that's the plan, right there.
I do really hope I win at least the first losers match against whichever of those 4 I end up against, because I think the best I've ever done in a solo rando tournament was 5th, 6th. So if I win that match, I would be guaranteed 4th at least. So that would be the best I've ever finished in one of these tournaments, and that would be really cool.
All right. Well, you got something to look forward to. You're gonna have to beat me though, and that's no tall order. So
You hear that, Kip?
It'll be.
You hear that, Kip?
That's the one I'm not worried about.
I like it. All right. I posted it in chat, but please go follow both of these runners. Go follow Sloaters. Go follow Derp. I already did. Go follow Eddie and Lexosaurus Rex as well. Go click all the things. Go ahead and go follow everybody. Derp, Eddie, that was a ton of fun. Eddie, thank you for joining me on comms. That was a blast. We should definitely do that again.
Absolutely.
Anything either of you want to say before I get us?
Take us away.
All right.
Go ahead.
For Sloaters and Derp and Eddie, I'm Adam, aka WXFan21. We'll see you all next mission. Goodbye, everybody.